What's going on? Master Luke 5 here, coming at you live from the PlayStation Network. So, I've been playing the game here and there. I'm on every day, sometimes every other day, just farming, and trying to enjoy the game despite all the problems that are happening. And especially in PvP, all that nemesis damage glitching, and there's ways to now put any talent on any gun. Even like exotic guns, you could take their talents and put them on your Lexington and all this stuff. There's so many bugs and problems, and I don't want to rant for 15 minutes about it, but you guys know what the deal is. This game is cooked in so many ways. You guys don't even understand how many problems there are in PvP. And of course, as usual, unfortunately, we have developers that aren't really looking at these things seriously, don't have answers. It's an unfortunate state of affairs. I'm not I'm not saying the game is done. It's somebody said it best the other day. They said this is the best worst game right now. And there's not much else people play or compare it to this. Arc Raiders has a lot of problems and that game fell off. So I'm just here for the ride and the shit show, and honestly, I can't take these fights in the DZ as serious anymore. I mean, it's all done in many ways. People are cheating too much and damage glitching and all kinds of stuff. So, but today's video, okay, I don't want to get on a rant, but today's video is me trying to recreate in the aggregate my old Bighorn damage. And what I mean by that is, for the longest time, the Bighorn still remains my favorite gun to play. And they've nerfed this gun, I think, twice already, possibly three times. They keep nerfing the gun. But if you guys remember in the old days, the Bighorn headshot builds, whether it was full headshot or armor regen, right? The damage numbers that we got from that was amazing, and it was overpowered in many ways, but it required you to hit headshots. The problem with today's gameplay is that everybody's running around with a lot of damage, and hitting headshots consistently is not enough anymore with the old build. So, for example, my goal it was to recreate the feeling that I used to have with the Bighorn with a headshot build. That feeling of, ripping through people as long as I had stacks and being able to face tank here and there and win those face tank trades because of the damage output of the Bighorn. Now, back in the old days, we didn't have unit alloys, but the new Bighorn headshot builds had unit alloys on it. So if I went back to the old Bighorn, where it was like the Picaros and stuff and the Fenris, that damage is no longer matching what it should be. I mean, they nerfed Catharsis as well. So today, I was trying to recreate the damage numbers that my old headshot Bighorn was doing. And if you look at some of my old videos, I'm a Bighorn headshot player, period. I've been like that for quite some time. But it's no longer achievable. You can't get the same numbers with a Bighorn headshot build unless you really go low, you know, um, like 1.5, 1.4, right? It's too low and it doesn't make sense because they also nerfed Unbreakable. So on this build example is kind of my old setup where I had Catharsis, I had Ad Rush, and all my pieces have headshot weapon handling. Unit alloys with Unbreakable, headshot weapon handling with one red. So I'm not even a 2 million armor. I used to be a 2 million armor, but let's just say one red. And then you have the salvo with headshot, right? Headshot. I don't have a fucking maxed out mod here. I gotta change that. But anyway, it won't matter. Some people went double walker, with headshot, but I used to do Petrov gloves for the damage to armor and then Fox's spear with headshot. So taking a build like this as an example, where you're still getting the 12% assault rifle because they nerfed unit alloys. Um, if you look at the damage numbers, and let's say we put PvP balance, finally they put a freaking toggle for PvP after 7 years. Thank you. Anyway, if you look at the actual numbers at full stacks, let me see if I can get some ammo. Here's full stacks. and they nerfed Bighorn to now only 22. So if you look at my gun there, 18, right? But if you look at the numbers coming out at full stacks for crits and just in general, it was like, 240s. Let's see if we can, what's the highest number? 240 was the highest number. Now it's just steady at 215. Let me lower it a little bit. Yeah, so it's like 215, steady 215. Now let's say you take the same build and you put, I don't care, just put any concussion on. Okay, what are the numbers now at full stacks? 256, 260. So I want to show you an old clip of what the numbers were doing back in the day where it was just pure headshot. Okay, here's a short clip, and this is the only clip that I found recently that slowed it down for me. So let me show you this clip.
Come with me and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see.
So as you saw, I was doing, at full stacks of the Bighorn with only headshots, like 280s, 290s, in that ballpark, 290. And I wanted to recreate that in today's world, but it's just difficult with a headshot build. There's a lot of room for error. So what I decided to do is this no longer works, in my opinion. It's not recreating what I used to have. Again, Catharsis has been nerfed. So here's something that recreates it, but understand that this is prototype gear as well. So a lot of people run concussion now on Bighorn. It makes total sense. I mean, ad rush got nerfed too. In certain situations, ad rush is good, but in most situations, it's not really helping you as much. The first change is you got to wear the investor mask, and then I just feel like Bighorn headshot is kind of out the window now. I can't recreate it the same way, so I got to go with crits. So I have a unit alloys backpack, all crits with concussion, prototype. All my pieces are rolled for echo, even though the augments don't work right now. Soon they should be working in the DZ, so I put echo on everything for damage for now. So I do run three-piece unit alloys. You could put a walker here if you want with concussion, or something else like a Hasberg for more headshot if you want. But it's the problem is I like the having the ammo, the magazine size. So I like having 55 rounds because I can really burst face tank somebody and not have to reload as much with the Bighorn, with 55 rounds. So it's really nice. So that's a personal preference. So three-piece unit alloys, crits, and then you have the equalizer, perfect obliterate with crits. You got the salvo, crits. I got Petrov gloves, prototype with damage to armor, crit damage. It's not fully maxed out, but it'll do for now. And then, of course, the Fox's pair knee pads with crits. And this is not even like God roll as it could be God roll. I mean, if you can get a piece that's 3 maxed out, that would be sick. But anyway, if you look at my armor, I'm at 1.7, so I'm running 2 reds. I feel like in the DZ, okay, running 2 million armor in a group makes sense. 4v4, you're fighting people. If you want to run 2 million, that's fine. But I feel like you need more damage now in the DZ to win those face trades faster. I mean, everybody's running damage. I see a lot of builds with high damage. So I wanted more damage. And recreating this build, if you look at the stats, let's take a look at the stats. The headshot is not impressive because we're not going for headshot, and these are PvP stats. So 52% crit chance, 117 crit damage, 115 headshot. Now, that's not really that impressive, but what is impressive is the raw output of damage. And this is the closest thing I can get to hitting those numbers and well beyond those 290s that I used to get. So this is about recreating the feeling I used to have with a Bighorn because they've nerfed it so much. So with PvP stats enabled, if you take a look now, let's get some body shots, right? Let's get some body shots. We stack obliterate a little bit. Look, obliterate is not fully stacked, but with one concussion, it's already at 255. Okay, with one procking. Now, with a little bit more obliterate, look, 293, 293. I haven't gotten a kill yet, 306. Okay, so you're hitting 290s, 315, 318, 322, 327. The Bighorn right now is at 22 stacks. Obliterate is fully stacked with concussion. Look at the numbers. 353. There's even 360s. 359. 363. So the highest number I was able to achieve is 363. That is crazy, especially for the fire rate, you know? Look at the fire rate. At full stacks with obliterate, concussion, 363s. So this is crazy. Now you can go with more blues. Like I would suggest always keeping one red on this build. You can have one more blue to be around the 1.9 mark if you want. But that's personal preference. Okay, I like to shred people. I don't like to waste time fighting one guy and give somebody an opportunity to shoot me in the back. The longer you fight one person, the more chances are somebody else is gonna shoot you in the back or whatever. So it's about damage output in a quick way, right? Really quickly. So I've seen headshot builds and I've seen concussion builds out there, and people have similar builds, you know. What I don't see is they don't usually like to go 1.7 with the armor. They'll stay at 2 million, which is fine, but I found that this is the right balance to have to recreate that old feeling I had with the Bighorn where, you know, you shoot one guy in the body and you stack up obliterate, and then you headshot. The problem with obliterate, though, it does not stack on blue armor. So a lot of people, especially some sweaty teams that have 4 protected reloads stacking blue armor all the time, you know, so in that case, you could just swap the chest piece and put what they're doing, which is, you know, match energy and put the perfectly protected reload, whether it's a blue or a red, you know, whatever. Put that on and then just leave it 2-piece unit alloys. So you won't get the mag size, but you'll get protected reload. All right, so hopefully you guys have fun with it, as I am. Master Luke 5, out.
I'm rare, like these diamonds that I wear. Gold lace, please you like no other. Heartbeat racing, I'ma put you through these paces. Be the best you ever tasted. Gonna stay on your mind, come back every time, baby. I'ma keep you craving. Baby, I'ma keep you craving. Yeah, I'm that remedy, subject to your abuse. I'm that desire in your blood you can't refuse. You picked your poison, boy, ain't nothing left to choose. Now, you can't get enough. Intoxicated, can't recover. Seductive eyes, I'll keep you close. With your hand on my hips, hold through your wrist, press to these lips, kiss I won't tell. I wear like these diamonds that I wear. Gold lace, please you like no other.